Hola, DJ Van Vertigo here. And this is all right off the cuff kind of video. I've been doing those off the cuff things recently. I don't know. Just not planning anything. And I didn't think about it to do, but I said, I'm a huge fan of this birthday boy today. Today's Prince Rogers Nelson's birthday. He was born on June 7th. And yeah, Prince. Happy birthday, Prince. Um, I don't really have much to say about Prince, other because everybody knows who he is. I don't think there's very few people on the planet who don't know, who don't have any idea who Prince is, unless they were born like 10 years ago or something. You know what I mean? So like, you know, people know Prince. People know Prince songs, even if they don't follow him. Um, so I don't have to go into all that. Um, that would bore you to tears. You know what I mean? So you just know that he existed. And he no longer is with us, but he's still with us with his music and his effect on the music industry and on performing and on playing and on being exactly who he wants to be. He was always all about the music, and that's it. You know, we know that. So I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to show you everything that I have because I don't have everything out. My box sets are down there somewhere. I don't want to pull them out. I also have some stuff that's not here in this room. That's like books and stuff like that that have CDs in them. I'm not going to show you all that. And I'm not doing anything in any particular order. I don't have everything on vinyl. I have a lot of his CDs on vinyl. I'm not going to show, I have almost everything of his on CD. And I'm not going to show you all that. Because this is about vinyl, basically. I'm going to show you a couple of CDs, but I'm not going to show you a whole bunch because don't need to do that. So I'm going to show you what I have in terms of his to show you how obsessed I am with this man. His studio stuff first, and then I'm going to show you some live stuff. I mean, yes, some of his live recordings and some other odds and ends. So the earliest thing I have on vinyl by him that I know of, I don't think I have anything else other than this is the earliest thing I have, 1999 classic record. This is when I first got into him. I mean, I always knew who he was, and I was always interested. I always found him interesting, but he was never like on the level of like a Shaka Khan for me, because Shaka Khan was everything to me. Stevie Wonder was everything to me. You know, so those kind of people were everything to me. And Prince was on my radar, but he wasn't the everything yet. David Bowie was everything, you know. So, but this album came out, and this is 1999, and I saw him on this tour, and it was on a date with my ex. My ex had an extra ticket and said, "I'm going to take you to see Prince." And I was like, "Okay," you know. I was excited, but I wasn't like over the moon. It was like, okay, cool, concert, great. And when I walked out of that concert, I was totally in. I was totally in at that point. And I said, I have to buy everything of his. I have to know everything about this guy, and just unbelievable. And not long after that, he came out with Purple Rain, and the rest is history. Everybody else got into him after that. You know, it was like, oh man, I didn't have a chance to really fully get into him on my own, because I like to enjoy an artist before they become mainstream, if they're not already mainstream. I hate when everybody jumps on the bandwagon and they don't even know why. They just like him because everybody else likes him. I hate that kind of stuff. I really do. And that's happened with Bruce Springsteen. That's happened with Dave Matthews. That's happened with so many artists that people are like, I love them, but it's like, yeah, right, whatever. You're not a diehard like me, but anyway. And that's kind of being elitist, I guess. But yeah, this is a great album. 1999 has, the title track, Little Red Corvette, Delirious, Let's Pretend We're Married, DMSR, Automatic, Something in the Water, Free. I mean, every song is great on this record. Lady Cab Driver, all the critics in New York, all the critics love you in New York, an international lover. I mean, not all radio friendly, but every song is brilliant on this record. It's just such a great 2-disc record, just phenomenal. So That's the earliest vinyl that I have of his in terms of a full album. I have everything of his on CD. Okay, now the next thing is, of course, can't not have this. This is an anniversary version. This is a German pressing of Purple Rain. I've had others, and my original is gone. Yeah, the original I lost in my travels from New York to Florida. But that's yeah, I'm not going to take everything out of the shrink, so I'm going to try not to give you glare. Okay, Purple Rain. Everybody knows this. I'm not going to go through the songs because everybody knows that record. Pretty much everybody knows this one. Pretty much, Parade, which is the soundtrack to Under a Cherry Moon, which was his second film. Not such a great film, but you know, it's Prince. What are you going to do? It's a phenomenal record, and it has the great song called Kiss on there. And my favorite song on here is another another lover like a hole in the head. I love that song. Yeah, yeah. I love a lot of the songs on this. I mean, yes, this album has such great songs. Here it is. Has Girls and Boys. I love that song. Another Lover, Hole in Your Head. Yeah, it's a really great song. The Kiss is the famous song of this record. It's just yeah. Under a Cherry Moon is a great song. Sometimes It Snows in April. Another great tune. So, I Wonder You is really good. Life Can Be So Nice It's Fun. So, yeah, Prince. I took that out of the shrink because I had to give you the list of the songs. Okay. All right. Next. The infamous Black Album, which originally didn't have anything on it. You know, it was just a Black Album. Yeah, and this version, this is a remaster. This is digitally remastered and restored. It's a collector's edition. I have this on CD. That's the totally black, you know, thing, and it has just the 8 songs on the original. But this one has bonus tracks on it. Has remixes of LeGrind, Cindy C, and Bob George, but also has extra tracks: Rebirth of the Flesh, Take This Beat, Scarlet Pussy, Movie Star, and The Sex of It. That's all on this record. So it's got two discs on this record. So the Black Album. This is the one that was kind of it was shelved because this, you know, people were saying that he wasn't black enough, and he says, you don't think I can get black enough? Well, check this out. But then he never really put it out, and then it, you know, got leaked and everything, and then people were actually making tapes of it and selling the tapes. And I actually bought a tape from some guy at an Uno pizza restaurant. We met at an Uno pizza restaurant, and I gave him the money on the table. He gave me my tape under the table, and I ran home and listened to it. And I was like, ooh, this is the subversive Prince. You know, this is Prince really out there. And then later on, it became like a commercial thing. So, you know, it's no longer considered a bootleg, I guess. Then, of course, Around the World in a Day. Fantastic record. Has great pop songs on here. This is some of his most, other than Purple Rain, this is probably his most just easy for the public to get into, I guess. You know, Raspberry Beret, of course, is on here. America's on here. Around the World in a Day, Paisley Park, and also Pop Life, of course, was huge. This is very accessible, and I love the cover because it's very Beatlesque, I think. Right. Then, of course, Prince got real serious again and got really into the music, and this was his big video days, I guess. And this is Sign of the Times. Yeah, Sign of the Times was a double record, and had the title track, which is, you know, iconic song for him. Housequake is one of my favorites. Starfish and Coffee, the Ballad of Dorothy Parker. It is so good. Hot Thing, You Got the Look was a huge hit. If I Was Your Girlfriend was great. Strange Relationship. I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. The Cross is great. And of course, It's Going to Be a Beautiful Night. That's a great, he did that concert so great. And of course it finishes up with Adore. Big long ballad. Major ballad for him. So this is a keeper, this is a keeper in anybody's collection, Sign of the Times. Then we get into a record called The Vault. Not one of his most selling records, but still a decade of recordings from Prince's stored vault, curated by the artist. Features When the Lights Go Down and Extraordinary, Old Friends for Sale. This is a really great record. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty jazzy. I really dig this a lot. The Vault. Gotta go a little faster. One of my favorites of his later years, and I slept on this record for a while. I mean, I listened to it and I thought it was good, but I just put it away and I didn't really pay attention to it. But then I pulled it out again. This was this was a couple of years before he died, and I just said, this is a funk masterpiece. I think this is on the level of Parliament Funkadelic. This is like way up there. This is like, unbelievable funk music. And it is Musicology. Musicology is so fantastic. This is up there with any James Brown record or anything. I mean, this is a strong record. And I don't think a lot of people realize how good this record is, but it's so freaking good. And I'm not even going to say anything more about it. If you haven't heard this, if you haven't paid attention to it, if you have this in your collection and you haven't listened to it, pull it out and listen to it. And if you don't have this in your collection, get it. It's phenomenal. It's just a phenomenal record. It doesn't get the touch that a lot of people do when they talk about Prince. They don't talk about this. But real Prince fans, like real heavy Prince fans, definitely agree on this record being a phenomenal record. Musicology is one of those go-tos for sure. And this is an extra. This was a Record Store Day studio thing called The Truth Raw Acoustic Guitar Charts Collection on vinyl for the very first time. This was from Crystal Ball, and this was the extra CD on Crystal Ball. It was the extra tracks that was in the last disc for Crystal Ball, which I have on CD somewhere. I can't find it right now, but I was going to show it, but I don't really have to show it. It's a box CD set, and I think it's really a good album. He's just having a lot of fun on that record. He's not he's not trying to be conceptual or anything like that. He's just having fun. And this is extra tracks on that. This was an extra CD, which was supposed to be a separate album, but it wasn't. It's called The Truth. And this is a Record Store Day acquisition. Another Record Store Day acquisition the following year is The Gold Experience. And I've had this on CD several times, never had it on vinyl, so it was nice to get this on vinyl. I don't think this was in America on vinyl. This was in Europe, I think, originally. So The Gold Experience has The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, has Hate You, has Gold. It has Pussy Control, or whatever the name of that song is, which you can't play on the radio. Yeah, this is another great record. It's fun, it's different, you have to sit down with it. It's really good. And then the last album that came out right around the time of his death, and I have several copies. I don't know why I have several copies. Maybe because I think because the pressings are a little bit different. Yeah, I think this is black vinyl, and the other one is clear. I think that's what it is. But the previous unreleased album from Prince's legendary Vault, he was supposed to put this out and he didn't, but it finally came out right after his death. And this is Welcome to America. This is a pretty political record for him. Some of it, not all of it, but this definitely has a lot of political stuff in it. Welcome to America. And I have the limited edition Target version, which is the clear, Look at Prince. Yeah, with the boots. All right. Those are the studio records that I have on vinyl. I have his box set of Emancipation. I also have Diamonds and Pearls box set, and one other. I think I have Sign of the Times box set, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Then these are some of the live things and the live, from concerts or from radio things. And this is a radio broadcast, the Purple Era radio broadcast. There's some live stuff on here. It's got about 9 tracks. Electric Chair, Get Off, which was a Saturday night. This is from different things. Saturday Night Live, MTV, Live Special Olympics, Diamonds and Pearls, Let's Go Crazy from the Olympics in '91. Baby I'm a Star, also from '91. Purple Rain from the AMAs in '85. Baby I'm a Star at the Grammys '85. Sign of the Times at the MTV and VMAs in '87, and then VMAs Play in the Sunshine Live in 1987. So that's what this is. Yeah. And then we have, this is in no order like I'm saying to you, Naked in the Summertime 1990 broadcast, Volume 2. I have Volume 1 also. I'm also bring it out. Naked in the Summertime 1990. Summertime, Naked in Summertime live radio broadcast. And this is in Madrid, Spain, in July 22nd, 1999. The Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan, the August 31st in 1990. And this is Volume 1, I believe. And then, of course, this is Volume 2, Naked in the Summertime, Volume 2. And I don't know where this is. I think this is all in. No, this is in Spain, and this is also in Spain and also in Japan. Different tracks in the summer of 1990, and then I have this double record release, Under the Covers. Okay, and this is Prince doing covers. And I believe this is live, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is live. This is him doing covers in concert. And so it's just excerpts from concerts, but him doing covers of other people's songs. I Believe in You, The Jam, Respect. He does a Santana medley, Jungle Struck, Batuka, Soul Sacrifice, and Toussaint Louverture. He does It's Alright. He does Dr. Feelgood, Maybe Your Baby, Ain't No Way. He does a Mancini medley, Peter Gunn theme, and the Pink Panther theme. Also Blues in C, If I Had a Harem medley, Down Home Blues, Kansas City Blues, and Billy's Bounce. Then he does Just My Imagination, does Fight the Power, does Sweet Thing, does Proud Mary, and then he finishes up with Get Up, Feel Like Being a Sex Machine. Yeah. It's all covers, Prince. I'm a little obsessed, don't you think? A little bit more to go. This is Musicology release party. So this goes along with the Musicology album. So apparently people did get into this record. I just did not know how many people got into this. But he does a lot of the songs from Musicology, but other songs as well. This is a double CD release. Double vinyl release, I should say. This came out in 2020. And that's him doing, songs from a lot of his albums, but definitely focusing on Musicology. Okay. And then the most recent things I got. This one I got. This is Prince Upstate New York, Syracuse Broadcast 1985, Volume 1. It's a double disc. And this is earlier stuff. It has Let's Go Crazy, Delirious, 1999, Little Red Corvette, Take Me With You, Do Me Baby, Irresistible Bitch, Possessed, How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore, Let's Pretend We're Married, International Lover, God. Yeah. And the most recent acquisition was this one from this past record store day. This was the vinyl version because I got I got the CD version of the box set for the Diamonds and Pearls, but this came out of Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe Edition. So this is on yellow vinyl, and this is live at Glam Slam, and it has the great live version of Get Off. Oh my God, it's so cool! It's so freaking cool, unbelievable. I mean, just to me, that's the outstanding track on this whole album. You know, Get Off is such a great tune. Anyway, I actually performed that with my band. Was it with my band? Yeah, with my band in Tampa. We did a bunch of Prince songs, and I tell you, it was nerve-wracking because I wanted to do it right. I wanted to get every word down perfectly, and I was able to do it. I had an adrenaline rush with that. It was so fun. Then I have some, I have a few, I don't have that many, because they're expensive and they're hard to find in good condition. And when they're in good condition, they cost a lot. So I kind of don't get them, although I should get more. This is a single 12-inch. I got this pretty cheap. This is 45 RPM, Let's Go Crazy. And the side 2 is Erotic City. I would like to get La 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 Hee Hee Hee. I love that song. I love that song. That's from the time of Sign of the Times. That's a great tune. But this has Erotic City on here. The famous Erotic City. And this is from the Come period, I believe. It's Let It Go. And this is from Come, I believe. The record Come. And this is just the edit and album version of this. There's no other tracks on this record. And the last one I got, the most recent one I got was, I think maybe 2 years ago. This is from Record Store Day. And this is Get Off. This is the long version of Get Off. Nothing Can Stop Prince and the New Power Generation Get Off. And it's the very long, it says recreation of the rare original 1991 one-sided 12-inch DJ promo featuring damn near 10 minutes version that became the first single from Diamonds and Pearls. This you can find everywhere. I think there's still copies sitting in bins because I think so many people got so many thinking they would just fly out the door, and I think they did start to fly out the door, but they bought more than I think people bought more than they needed to. So I still see this around in stores. Let's see. And then the only other thing, I have some Sheila E. and the Time and stuff like that. I didn't pull those. But I wanted to pull this one specifically because this was discussed on another stream, somebody's stream, when they were talking about who originally did, I think it was on the Jazz Bums last Friday, I believe. This past Friday, I think it was. Or maybe the week before. The Family. And there was a little confusion as to the original recording of Nothing Compares to You, and one person thought it was Sinead O'Connor. It was written for Sinead O'Connor. It was not a song written for Sinead O'Connor. She covered it, and so the original, people were saying, well, Prince did it originally. Well, he did a demo of it originally, but the song that it was. The band that it was originally slated for was The Family. And they have Nothing Compares to You. It was not a hit for them. This was a total flop record. I think they did have one single on here that was a hit. It was called Screams of Passion, which is a great song. And Prince produced this and wrote this with David Z and The Family. But Nothing Compares to You was originally with them, and then later on it became huge with Sinead O'Connor doing it. So that's the fact. And then I'm going to show a couple more things, and then I'm going to be done. Raven to Joy Fantastic. This is the deluxe version of this on CD. This is called Ultimate Rave. So it has remixes. It also has a DVD of the I guess videos. I've never looked at the DVD. I should look at it. I never did. But love this packaging. It's really nice. And then of course this record. I saw him on this tour. Prince and the Revolution Live. I saw this tour. And this has the Blu-ray DVD, has 2 discs of the concert plus the DVD Blu-ray. And this is the famous, I mean, this is like the ultimate collection of, you know, his comp CD, the hits and the B-sides. This is in almost every any Prince fan collection. This is very common in that. And this is on vinyl now, and I could pick it up. I haven't though yet. And this one I really dig. This is a box set of One Night Alone collection on CD. This is incredible. This has CDs and DVDs and all that kind of stuff. I come to this a lot. It's really well done. It's got these really great little, it's got a booklet, little booklet with photographs. I'd like to get this on vinyl actually. And then it has, I think this is the DVD here. I believe this is the DVD. But One Night Alone, solo piano, Prince, and It Ain't Over, the afternoon stuff. And then this is the main concert, I think. There's 2 discs for this one. One Night Alone Live. And this I played to death. I just kept playing every CD, and I use this a lot on my radio show. So I bring this to me like almost every week. It's a lot of fun. So that's most of my collection of Prince. I have, like I said, on CD, I have a lot more. I have everything of his. I also have books and stuff like that. I have magazines. Yeah, I have a lot of. I even have the Batman soundtrack it's in a promotional metal case, round metal case that looks like a film box. You know, that you put film, you know, like a film reel in there. And that's my Batman soundtrack. I have also the regular CD, but you know, and I think I have it on vinyl. I'm not gonna put it's in my soundtracks. I'm not gonna pull that. But yeah, that's pretty much, I'd say, like maybe like 40% of my Prince collection. So yeah, I'm a little crazy with him. So anyway, happy birthday, Prince, and we miss you, we love you, and I always have fond memories of seeing you live. I've seen you 5 times, and those 5 times were magical, and I'll never forget them. I'll never forget all the times I've seen you perform on television, and I will never forget the videos, the incredible videos that were done to complement the songs, and what you mean to so many people, and what you contributed to so many people's records. I mean, so many people from Patti LaBelle to Misha Paris to Sheila E. to Mavis Staples. So many people have collaborated with him, and it's done so well with it, and you know, I'm sure they'll never forget him either. So again, happy birthday, Prince. Keep listening to great music. Love you all, and that's it. I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and maybe listen to a little Purple. Take care, guys.